Congress is back today after being on Thanksgiving holiday, and I want to say I'm glad to be back with you. I had to take a break from videoing due to family emergencies. Please keep my family in your prayers. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm so thankful for you. Crystal McDaniel, thanks for checking in on me. Last week, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin got back $455 billion in unused CARES Act money, and I will explain what this money could be used for in a moment. Your next stimulus check could be dependent on the Georgia runoff race on January 5th, and I'm going to share a few different scenarios with stimulus in this video. I still am very confident we will get stimulus. It's just a matter of the politicians getting their act together. It is pretty pathetic that Congress and the White House cannot come up with an agreement on stimulus. Last week, on Thanksgiving of all days, COVID-19 hospitalizations hit an all-time high. This is your stimulus package, second stimulus update, and COVID-19 update for Monday, November 30th. I hope you're having a great day. My goal is to give you nonpartisan stimulus news in a flash. If you're a part of the family, thank you and welcome back. I really appreciate all of you. And if you are new here, welcome, and I'd love for you to join our community, so if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications. My name is Teresa Von Regan, and I love helping people learn how to get out of debt, save money, make their money stretch, give stock tips, and understand what is happening with stimulus and government. I have a special gift for you. Get 2 free stocks from Webull when you download the app and deposit $100. The Webull link is in the description of this video. I am going to quickly recap what has been happening the last few weeks. Everyone agrees on stimulus in Congress and the White House. However, we are at a stalemate due to the details. The saying goes, the devil is in the details. The details that aren't agreed upon are how much federal unemployment boost, money to state and local government, how to allocate funds for COVID testing, vaccines, and contract tracing, just to name a few of the details that Congress can't agree on. These are some of the big bones of contention holding up the stimulus. No one is ever going to get their way completely. What does Congress need to do? Well, they need to do compromise and a win-win. Doesn't Congress understand that? These people make $174,000 a year, and it's a disgrace that they can't compromise and figure this out. The amount of stimulus desired by the Democrats versus the Republicans and the White House has been a big showstopper. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, originally wanted $3.4 trillion in her HERES Act proposal. You can check that video out here. Then she changed her tune to $2.4 trillion, and then Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority Leader, comes in and says he wants a whopping $500 billion. He thinks the economy is showing great signs of bouncing back, and for now, this is all that is needed. However, many believe the economy isn't really bouncing back. Americans have been using their credit cards and savings to survive, and that is almost done and used up for many Americans. So the University of Chicago had a study that showed 1 million Americans fell below poverty in October. This is only going to get worse with credit and savings exhausted for many Americans. So I'm not sure where Mitch McConnell is getting his information about the economy being better. So there's billions of dollars left from the CARES Act. Why isn't it being used? Well, big news is last week Steven Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary, was able to get $455 billion back from the Federal Reserve. The money can be reallocated and used for stimulus with Congress approval. Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority, wants to use the $455 billion toward another stimulus package. Analysts are saying they think the politicians are stalling stimulus until after the January 5th runoff Senate races. Jim Cramer from CNBC, who was on Mad Money, ripped Congress apart last week. He said, "I really hate to say this, but I think that Congress has doomed so many companies. The president has doomed so many companies," Cramer said on Halftime Report. The result is a retail landscape that has shifted even further in favor of the large publicly traded companies such as Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and Amazon, according to Cramer. For investors, he said this means that the boost in sales these large retailers have seen during the pandemic may be more sustainable than some believe. I think a lot of these companies have picked up just a giant amount of allegiance. I do think that these companies have wiped out a lot of smaller companies because there's no stimulus, the Mad Money host said. Those businesses, he added, don't have credit lines. They can't keep up. They're empty storefronts in the country. Cramer, who made the decision in October to temporarily shutter his small restaurants during the pandemic, said the closures of independent businesses are a terrible thing. However, he said it has nothing to do with the stock market. If stimulus continues to stall, this will continue to hurt the economy in a big way. If you didn't know, 50% of Americans are employed by small businesses. December 31st is the expiration of the rest of the CARES Act stimulus. Eviction protection is about to expire. Student loan payments resume at the end of the year. Unemployment extension expires at the end of the year. State and local government have to spend the stimulus given before the end of the year, or they will lose that money. They'll have to give it back to the federal government. States are going to be more broke as of the first of the year because all the federal stimulus money is going to be gone. Congress is back today, and I predict what could happen is before the end of the year, either a smaller bipartisan stimulus will pass or an extension bill. I'm still not sure why the Problem Solvers Caucus bill was not passed. The Problem Solvers Caucus is combined of equal Democrats and Republicans, and they came up with a brilliant bill. To see the details of that bill, you can check this video out. What's getting in the way? Egos and pride, in my opinion, are getting in the way. Before the end of the year, I don't see Pelosi's big bill passing or McConnell's skinny bill passing because this will make the party whose package doesn't pass look bad. The parties do not want to hurt the Georgia runoff race. So this brings us to a predicament because all the stimulus from the CARES Act is expiring December 31st and the runoff race isn't until January 5th. I think it could be highly probable that the $455 billion Mnuchin just got back from the Federal Reserve could be used for an extension stimulus bill. I think this extension bill may be added and passed with the government shutdown bill. If the government shutdown bill isn't passed by December 11th, the government will shut down and cause more chaos. I don't think this is going to happen, and I don't think the government will shut down. I think the bill will pass. So after the Georgia runoff race is when I think the main stimulus will pass. If Democrats win both seats, we will see a huge package. Biden, Pelosi, and the Democrats already said that. If the Republicans even win one seat, we will see a smaller stimulus, probably in the ballpark of $2 trillion pass. COVID-19 cases continue to rise, and many cities have shut down and more are shutting down. Last week on Thanksgiving, hospitalizations hit highs, over 90,000 hospitalized. This is the highest since the pandemic started. Over 17,000 of those cases were in ICU, a record high for ICU too. I appreciate you, and I pray for you to stay healthy, and I pray for my family to stay healthy too. This completes your stimulus package news update for Monday, November 30th. I will continue to follow stimulus, so don't forget to subscribe and then hit that bell to get the latest streamlined, nonpartisan news. Bye for now.